have red flags, and they look like a nerd who's never spoken to a woman before. And I'm like, yes.
Like an introvert? Introvert?
Get ready. It's time. Christina, Catherine, Lisa, Amy, and Lauren. Welcome to the Cimorelli podcast.
Hey, I'm Christina.
I'm Amy.
I'm Lauren. And
we're Cimorelli. Welcome back to
The Cimorelli podcast. Hello and welcome, guys. So today is episode 211. And since it is odd numbered, this will be half on YouTube and fully on Patreon. So you're going to have to join us on our Patreon to see the whole episode. And today, we're gathered here to discuss our green flags on dating apps, because we did a red flag one and we were like, oh, we should do a green flag one, but we didn't realize that green flags would be a lot harder to think of.
You are erasuring my idea of the name, which was things I swipe left on and things I swipe right on, which is better than green flags.
Sorry. Things we swipe right on? Yes.
In
and we're like, it's
parentheses,
a match.
green flags.
Yes.
So I had to do like a thought experiment for this.
It is actually really
It's way
hard to think
harder.
I'm
of.
wearing my 2 pairs of socks.
She has special podcast socks that don't get dirty.
So you put the other socks over it so you can walk
so they
around?
wouldn't get dirty.
Yes.
That's too good.
Okay.
Too good.
Let's go into our highs and lows of the week.
Let's get into our highs and lows, ladies and gentlemen.
What could it be?
I feel like I did a bunch of random stuff
What
this week.
could it be? My low was that last night. Okay, my high is yesterday. Lauren inspired me.
What?
Then it turned into a low, but it was still a high.
What?
Yeah, on our call.
Oh, what was the low?
Yeah, what was the low?
Well, okay, so Lauren inspired me yesterday, but then I was so inspired that I couldn't sleep was the problem.
That's good though.
I couldn't wind down.
You're like,
and I
what's
journal, I try
keeping
everything. And I was like, and then Barrett woke up at 4 a.m. and he was yelling. What was he yelling about? This was going, I need my book. I just got him this new book that Tara Simon, we just did a collab with her. She told me her son was obsessed with this book. It was like all about, what's it called? It's like this huge book of like tractors and trucks. Like huge book. It's really, really good. It really is good. And he like throws stuff in his sleep. I can't tell if he's half asleep when he does it. He picks it up and he throws his pillow and then he can't get it. So whatever. He threw his book. So he woke me up at 4 a.m. to get his book and put it back in his bed.
Oh.
And then, 3 or 2. No, it was 2. It was 2. Wow.
Well,
It was
Like,
2.
he woke me up.
No, I was like, you could not. And then I'm like, so first I'm like, I'm gonna have to take your book out of here. We're gonna keep throwing it. And then I'm like, I'm so sorry. I know it's hard. Because my first instinct is that, it's like the millennial gentle
parenting
thing. I'm like,
oh, they're too good.
I'm so sorry about that. Mommy's here for you. Whatever. So then I went back to bed and I couldn't fall back asleep for an hour and a half. And then I finally did. And then I woke up at 6:30 to him being like, I want to get up. I was like, it's not time to get up. So
What a time.
that was my high turned low. And now I'm really tired today. I'm really tired.
It's a lot of mental energy.
But yeah. Lauren just gave me like a pep talk that inspired me.
Wow.
So I was listening to Renegade. And then I told Nick to listen to Renegade on his drive home from work before he called me. And then we talked about it.
Oh, that's cute.
That's cute.
So he listened to it and then we talked. Pretty
Him
good.
listening.
Yeah, I was like, man, I wish I could witness this. You know what Nick's favorite song of ours is?
What?
You know.
I know what it is.
I know.
Pretty Pink.
Our dad
That
likes
is
that
so
one too.
fun.
Nick has Pretty Pink on his playlist. Okay? Just telling you.
That's so cute.
Everyone should know that fact about Nick.
Okay.
Next.
Okay.
What? That's a good
Okay, I'll
you
go. My highs thought I went on a shopping spree. Woo! I haven't
Love
gone
it.
shopping
You
in so
did?
long.
Like a physical
is
shopping
new.
spree?
No,
online.
internet.
Could never. It was
Internet.
online. I got these shoes.
Oh,
I
I
got-
noticed those shoes.
Thank you. I
was
got
like,
two
oh, that's
pairs
cool.
of shoes and a bunch of clothes. And these two are new.
Oh, that's cool.
I love it.
Yeah, and I was just like, I got a bunch of more like
Artistic,
yeah,
creative, eclectic.
creative pieces, and also more like black clothes. And
Dark
I
winter.
realized it looks good on me, but stuff for like summer. And it reminded me of my youth when I was a kid, and I would put together these really weird, whack outfits, and I was like, oh, this is so fun. Even though it's like, does it look the best? No, but it feels fun.
It's
I love
eye-catching. Both
So-
of them have pictures of them as kids wearing wild outfits, and I have to say I have zero.
Like,
I have none of those.
some things it's like, you know, you put it on, you're like, wow, this like looks great on me. And then other things you put it on, you're like, wow, I have like elevated past something.
Oh, I love it.
And I'm just
I never
like
reached
something different right
Never
now.
experienced that.
Love that for you.
Where it's like, it's not about like, oh, it looks so good on you. It's like, it's so artistic.
It's like
It's like, I am like
the
an
statement.
art piece. Yeah.
I think I get it.
Ah.
I think I get it. I don't relate to it, but I get it.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like
It
creativity.
catches my eye,
Yes.
but it doesn't.
Even though
relate
it
to
doesn't
me.
though, because you are so blind. Like,
I am.
You don't notice anything, but you know what? I like that because you're not gonna be like, oh, whoa, what are you wearing? You're like, oh, like 3 hours later, I just realized you're wearing that. And I'm like,
Well, I am
Cool.
like, whoa, but I just don't notice the details. I'm like, whoa, that's a lot.
I don't
That's
think
all.
that you usually do personally.
I think that in my
You don't
head.
notice like people's haircuts or they dyed their hair.
I know. I noticed an overall thing of like, whoa.
Yes, but it's like, it's just like, oh.
Yeah.
You're not like,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, whoa, look, like, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was fun and reminded me of my childhood.
Love that for you.
I just thought of my low, but now I can't remember.
Ah.
Okay, come back to me.
I had something I
Dot,
totally
dot, dot.
did.
Highs and lows, and
Okay. What did I do with my life? Oh, a high was that I made a first dance song for my friend's wedding.
oh, cute.
And
yeah.
it's actually really good. Okay.
Wait, I thought of my low. Sorry, my low
Oh,
is
wow.
that my room and
I saw your
bathroom
TikTok.
and closet is so bad. It's like disturbing.
no.
But I did start on it this morning actually,
Good.
and I did a bunch of piles of things, but I'm like overrun with clothing. And now that I just got new stuff, then I could feel better about giving away some things. But it is so bad, and I'm
Listen,
like
I can
so
help you if you want
overwhelmed to clean it. It's like mental health bad.
Oh.
You know, not just
Yeah.
like, oh, messy. It's like it just piled and piled because I
yeah.
was
Yeah,
like
that ain't
not
right.
available mentally.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
But I think this week I'll actually clean it. So,
Love it. Let me know if
It'll
you
just
need
take a
help.
sec.
I will help you.
thank you.
I love cleaning.
Okay.
I love it. You just,
You can take my dishes.
yeah.
Some have mold.
Ew.
Okay.
Not the best look.
Next.
Oh, okay. Here's a low. Okay. Do you ever feel after
Like
you
a plastic bag.
Yes. No. After you go on like a song creation binge
Yes.
that you literally can't think anymore? It's like you can't think straight.
Yes.
You feel like you're in like a complete fog
Yes.
and you're like twitching
Just
around.
exhausted.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm like excited though.
Well, I am,
Like,
but like I also
dissociated,
feel like I
like-
can't think anymore.
yes. It's
Like I did like 3 hours straight on this demo, and then I had to go. Okay, that's probably why I had to go to the grocery store right after that.
That'll get you.
In that mind state, and then I had to go to 2 grocery stores. Then I had to go to church, and it was just too far.
Wait, I need to tell you guys. I actually got stalked at the grocery store. Not like criminally stalked, but I was followed by this guy. And that has never happened to me before. And I don't think he was like trying to kill me or
Wait,
something.
what?
Why was he following
But
you?
because I think he wanted to talk to me, but like something was like kind of off.
Oh my
But he did
gosh.
talk to me and he was like, oh, I like those shoes. I was like, oh, thanks. But then as I was going through the store, and luckily I wasn't alone though, I was with a friend. And
A friend?
he just kept appearing though.
Wait,
in
did
the
she
aisles I
notice
was
too?
in.
That's
Yes,
scary.
because we're looking in the makeup aisle, and then he's just like walking past the like skincare, and we were just like, and then I'm checking out. I turn around, he's right behind me, and he just like was just like
Creeping around.
vibing, and he didn't like buy anything extra after he was like started following me, and I was just like, this is scary. It was nighttime, and he wasn't like scary looking, but just like something was a little bit off. Like I could tell when he was like, oh, I like those shoes, like a look in his eye was kind of like,
No,
because
yeah.
like you could tell a difference of like, oh, a guy like, oh, he's trying to get up the courage and want to say something, and he's
Yes.
like a wholesome guy
versus following
like,
you and being right behind you.
Yeah, there's something a little bit off.
I'm
And it was
scared.
nighttime too, and I was like, I'm so glad I'm not alone right now, because
That would be really
he
scary.
like tried to walk out at the same time, but he ended up like going in front of me, but I was just like,
Wait, can I say
Scary.
one time? They don't know this. You guys already know this. One time in Malibu, when I came out of the grocery store, there was almost no one in the parking lot except for my car. And there was a couple on the other side, and then there was a van with no windows parked right next to my car. So obviously I didn't go to my car. So they tried to kidnap me.
No,
but you didn't go to
I
your
didn't
car.
go to it.
So
No,
what'd
I
you
didn't.
do?
I stayed inside and I waited.
Oh,
And then I can't remember what happened. I waited till they left. I did not go until they left.
I
Okay.
get
Are you
that.
on high or low?
I don't know what I'm on.
Did you do a high or a low?
Yeah, she did.
Okay. My low is what I was saying is that my brain was fried after making
Oh,
the
yeah,
song.
yeah.
Oh,
and
and
then
your high
I
was
had
that
to
you
do a
did
bunch
the
of
song.
stuff, and then I just like was like lost in space because my brain was gone.
Okay. We all went. There we go. All right. We're going to get into our main topic. Before we do that, first I have to say, if you want to see all the full episodes, you got to join our Patreon. It's a great way to support us, and you get every full episode. This full episode is available only on Patreon, plus tons of past stuff as well. It's always linked in the description, patreon.com/Cimorelli. It's $5 a month. You get all the episodes, and it is such a great way to support us. We appreciate our patrons so much, and you get to be a part of Lauren's Take as well, as there's so many great perks. You can just go read Patreon about it. 3 things, actually. Secondly, Kath and Lisa, I forgot to say, Kath's on maternity leave right now, and Lisa's supporting her husband through his cancer treatment, so she's in and out of the podcast. We basically get her like once a week most weeks, and we'll be more like, oh, let's do like a Cimorelli shoot or like TikToks or like Sim Kids rather than the podcast. But she was in a podcast episode recently, right?
Yeah,
Somewhat
like a month
recently.
ago.
So we'll get her another one soon. I promise, guys. We'll get her. So there's that.
We'll
And
get
then thirdly, I have to say, this episode is sponsored by ZocDoc. Something that we can literally all use. So if you ever need to go to the doctor, which you definitely will at some point in your life,
For free.
and a lot of times multiple different doctors, ZocDoc is something that can help you. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare highly rated in-network doctors near you and instantly book appointments with them online. Boom. So finding a doctor can be so irritating because you have to just search and like you Google, you're like, who's the doctor? Then you have to call 100 people and be like, hey, do you take my insurance? Do you take new patients? When can I make an appointment? Blah, 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 blah. You don't even know. Like, guys, finding reviews for doctors is really surprisingly hard. When I was looking for my last OB, I really wanted to see reviews. I want to know, is this a good OB who's going to be delivering my baby? I need to know this. It's not just something you choose lightly. That is something I love about ZocDoc, is that they have verified reviews from actual real patients. So basically everything that is wrong with trying to find a doctor, they solve all those problems. You can filter specifically for ones who take your insurance, are located near you, and treat basically any condition you're searching for. The typical wait time to see a doctor booked on ZocDoc is between 24 and 72 hours. It's a no-brainer. So next time you need a doctor, you know where to go. ZocDoc. Go to ZocDoc.com/Cimorelli and download the ZocDoc app for free and find and book a top-rated doctor today. ZocDoc.com/Cimorelli. ZocDoc.com/Cimorelli. Thank you guys so much for supporting our sponsors. It really helps out the podcast and we appreciate it so much. All right, let's jump into the main topic. If you saw our last one, you might want to go back and watch that one before.
That was a fun episode, I gotta say.
Things we swipe
Left on.
left on. Yeah. See, so as I said in that one, look, I've never been on the dating apps for myself, only for other people. I have never personally online dated because I met Nick in 2009.
Wow.
They didn't exist then.
Not really.
But I did meet him on Facebook.
There wasn't
through
even
his
like
sister.
smartphones then, right?
No, there were. Definitely.
I didn't have one.
I think the first iPhone had come out.
Wait, really?
It was about to come out.
That's a good
Oh,
question.
okay.
When did the first iPhone come out? Anyway, so
We were behind on the iPhone, like our family for a while.
yeah. So what we're doing is things we swipe.
Right.
It says 2007 it came out.
Yeah, I remember. It was like
Okay. So things this was harder to make than the list.
Yes.
And it's so they have experience actually swiping for themselves.
And
I
it
have
was
experience
still
swiping
hard.
for other people, but still I was like, it's easier to think like, okay, I don't want this, and like rule those out. It's harder to identify more like specifically what you do. That doesn't make sense though. Like, shouldn't you be like, I want this, 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 this?
yeah, but I feel like there's not that many things.
Not that picky?
Yeah.
Okay. So some of these things are more deep and some are just more shallow.
Yeah, because that's what I realize is like a lot of it is just like, okay, they don't have bad. Okay, so then if there's no red flags, then like what would be something that would actually like push me over the edge to actually swipe right? Because I'm pretty open, you know? If it's like, okay, they don't look horrible, then like, okay.
What's like a ooh?
Yeah,
Like
something
you're
that's
going
like,
through
ooh,
and you're like,
yes. Yeah.
What would make you go, ooh?
Yeah.
Great question.
So, yeah, it's kind of like random things. Like, it's not that deep. Like,
Okay, so let's go. You start.
Yeah, you start us off.
I feel like my list is so bad
it's okay.
because it was hard to think of things. It's so much easier to think of things I would swipe left on.
Okay,
Right?
this
Is that
one is pretty, I feel like obvious. But if someone has homeowner in their profile.
Wait, they say that?
Yes. I love it. Or it appears that they own a home, and especially if they have a picture of them building the house. Yes.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
A picture of them building the house, that's drop dead for me.
Drop.
Yeah.
I would drop
Dead.
dead.
But I'm just like, okay, if you own a home, you clearly have something.
Are they
and you
weird
don't
when
have,
they are being like, I own a home?
Well, it's usually just a guy trying to be like, hey, like, I'm not an idiot.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, okay.
See, I wouldn't even know that.
But some of them, yeah, they'll be like, homeowner, this, that. And it's like, okay, relax.
You can tell if they're
But
annoying.
they're just trying to say, like, hey,
Oh, okay. I own a
I got
home.
something here. Yeah.
Okay. See, I wouldn't even know that, but I would add that to my list if I could. Okay. You
Why
say
is it
it.
so funny?
First one is so dumb because it has nothing to do with the person, but it like the first thing I think of is I love it when they have like a mountain picture.
A mountain
Wait, what?
picture?
You love it when they have a mountain
No lake, but I think just because I wouldn't be at a mountain or a lake.
Okay, it's like an outdoorsy
I
picture.
always like if I see that I'm like, that's nice.
Wait.
Okay.
Ooh, a mountain picture.
But I think it might be just because I like mountains.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, wow, love it.
Okay.
I'm like, it seems like a fun.
I love a mountain picture.
I know it was literally the only thing that popped in my head at first. I was like, why is that the
That's
first
so
thing I think
funny.
of? Or those are the only pictures I will like specifically like on people's things. I do that because I think it's fun.
Okay. Okay. So I guess I could say a clothing one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so if the clothing was like looks like a construction worker or looks like
A
some kind
blue-collar
of like
man.
blue collar manual labor or like just something that's like not trendy and not like cool or whatever, just like
Classic.
I don't know how to explain it, like average, but not like average. It's not average. It's like, yeah, classic.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. It's not average,
It's a
actually.
classic blue collar, but like more like put together.
Blue collar, yeah. Blue collar vibes, basically. So, but not like, yeah, just
I love
not
that.
like trendy, like looks like they're shopping at like Carhartt, I don't know, Walmart, I don't care, something like that.
That's what we like to see.
Tractor Supply. Do they have clothes? I don't know.
Probably. They probably have a Carhartt section like Home Depot.
Something like that. I would be like, oh, that's kind of hard to find.
Yeah, it's not
because it
super
stands out a
common.
little bit because it's not like too like what everyone's wearing.
Normal.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not too abnormal, especially in the South.
Yeah.
But it's not too normal. Okay, sorry. Next.
Okay. So if they already don't have red flags, okay, and they seem like cute, and they look like a nerd who's never spoken to a woman before, then I'm like, yes.
Like an introvert? introvert?
But not in a way where they're like a dangerous nerd who's never spoken to a woman before. But
Oh
like,
my gosh.
I'm
trying to get
like
the
like
picture
a
of this.
Catholic boy type nerd who looks like he's never spoken to a woman before, or a guy who's like in STEM and he's wearing like cargo shorts. But he's like cute, and I'm like, I can see that he's cute, but he looks like he's never spoken to a woman. I'm like,
Trying to think of someone. Is there someone we know that you can tell me that I could think of? I'm trying to catch a
like-
vibe.
Ah.
Oh.
What a guy. What a guy.
Oh. Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he didn't want to speak to a woman.
He just
It looked
never
like he was
has.
just doing different things with his life and like too busy like with like
being some nerd. I
chess
don't know.
or something. Not
Yes.
chess, I don't know.
Yes.
He was too busy with his interests and like
Too busy playing chess.
building a computer or
love
something
it.
like that.
Okay.
Okay. There we go. Okay.
This
okay,
one
I
is
see.
not like this one is not super frequent.
Okay.
But if it's anything about like working on a car,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
obsessed. That's like my number one wish list.
That's another
dream.
drop dead for me.
Yes, my
would
number
be a
one
drop
wish
dead.
list dream
Working
is
on his car.
someone that works on a car. And it has to be on top of other things, but that's a wish list for free.
That is for free.
It is.
That is definitely.
It's on the top.
That's a dangerous one. Okay, so
It
then,
is because it's like I would literally no. Yes, I get it.
Okay, in my theme, a tractor.
Yeah.
If there's anything with a tractor,
Oh, I love it.
that's a drop dead for me.
It's giving that Christina should really be on Farmers Only.
Yes, that's what I
She
said.
should literally
If I
go
was
on
forced
Farmers
to
Only.
date right now, that's what I would do.
Wait, Lauren, you know what I would love to see is Christina on the show Farmer Wants a Wife.
Yeah.
That'd be so good.
She already has a husband.
Okay, but like if it was a parallel universe, I would live for that. That'd be so funny.
Okay, next.
Okay, next is if they do any I don't know what category this is. Any sport that's like motocross, snowboarding, skateboarding, like where they do like tricks and
Risk-taking.
flips and like those sports, especially
Flashy. I don't
motocross.
know what
I'm
you call it.
like
I love
Okay,
that.
okay. I could.
skateboarding.
I don't know if I'm trying to think if I agree or not. My past self agrees.
Yeah.
My current self is like, that's not really my thing anymore.
I mean, I've never actually like dated anyone like that I can think of, but
You would swipe on it.
I think I
I'm
definitely
swiping.
did talk
Yep,
to a lot of
yep,
boys
yep.
in that category, and I can now know that it's not my category.
actually no, some skateboarders I did talk to,
Cute.
but they were like low key.
Low key.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a yes.
Okay. You?
Okay, this one's very obvious, but it's not necessarily an automatic, but I will try harder to look on the brighter side of you. Is if there's a Catholic in their bio, I
yeah.
will
Well,
try
that's
harder.
obvious.
You get
one.
like 15 more points if you're
Yes.
Catholic.
That's
I will
obvious.
look so
Come on.
much closer.
I try so
So really
hard.
take a look.
I really will take a look. I'll be like, please, like,
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll look past a
I'll
few
try
things, take a
really
look-see.
hard.
Mm-hmm.
TBH.
Okay, so mine's similar to yours, which is sports, but particularly basketball, football.
See,
LOL.
I would say basketball. See, I would put football first, but then I actually wouldn't. I would say basketball, rugby, football, and soccer, baseball, but it has to be a specific type of sports picture.
Yeah.
It has to be
What
specific.
type?
Like what?
So there's a certain there's different types of athletic pictures.
Oh yes, I've seen them all.
And yes, I have seen some of them. You've seen way more than me. There's different vibes to them,
Yeah.
right? So it has to be more
Like an
low-key.
LQ one.
Yeah,
That's
it's gotta
like
be
your mom
low-key.
took it, zoomed
It's got to be something more low-key, or maybe like
in. Or
not
you're like
actually
with,
at a game.
with the guys in
Yeah.
the uniform. or
Oh
something.
low-key
my
sports.
gosh, that's
Yeah.
a great one.
That's
Not
what we
like they're
want.
like professional photo.
Or like maybe in the middle of the game and they're like really like covered in dirt and they're like
Amen.
there's a picture of Nick I'm thinking of playing football like that. Oh, it was like after a game. It was after a game and he's like with his friends, he's like all excited and he's like covered in
That's
dirt.
so cute.
Yeah.
That's what we
I
want.
love
think
that.
if I see football, I'm kind of like,
I know football for
I'm
me it
more of a
goes
left.
it can go either way is the
I feel
problem.
like it's too like gruff for me. I'm like,
yeah,
okay, relax.
That's why I'm saying basketball and then rugby and then football.
okay.
That's what I would say.
Well, Nick's football guy.
Well, he's basketball and rugby and football
Oh,
and
okay.
soccer
And swimming.
and swimming.
Swimming? Yes.
Yes.
Swimming!
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Amen. Hallelujah.
Okay. This is so random, but if they are Australian, yes.
You know, I never thought about that, but of all the different places, that's probably, yeah.
I matched with this one random guy from Australia who was here visiting, and he was like, "Oh, do you want to hang out?" I was like, "I couldn't." He's like, "It's my last night in town." I was like, "I'm not
That's so
going out to
tough.
Broadway with a random Australian man," but I would have hung out with him in
the broad
daytime
daylight.
hours.
Yeah.
I
could
love
see that for me.
Australians.
I
The
could see
Love
that
My
for
Life
me.
from Hawaii
I
Five-O
think
is Australian.
he left. He did like a voice message thing, and I was like,
That's how they would get you.
Dangerous.
The Love of My Life from Hawaii Five-O is Australian. So.
"Oh yeah, there you go."
Yeah.
Is that the best accent?
Yes.
Yes.
I think so.
I agree.
I think
it
so.
is.
I
Oh my
also
gosh.
like East Coast
Yes. I love an East Coast accent.
and Southern. I don't know.
I love
like
Southern.
accents,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Okay.
an accent.
Next.
This one is not like a. Okay, so like over 6 feet is an automatic left. Obviously.
Okay, that's not
Too
what this
tall.
is.
No, I'm saying this is not an automatic anything, but I do
You're like, oh,
like I do enjoy. I'm like, oh,
under 6 feet.
they're like 5'9".
You're like, oh, I
I'm
should
like- I'm looking
appreciate
at
that
them, I'm
for
like-
you.
Oh,
I feel like I
He'll
can
feel tall
tell
around
if
me?
a guy is like short just from seeing his face on apps.
What?
I don't know how, but I see a selfie, and like I'm not a full body picture, and I'm like, oh, I think he's like 5'7", and he is.
I think I'm really bad
I
at
don't
that.
know
I'm
how.
pretty sure.
it's like an added extra in some reason.
if he's
Yeah.
under 6 feet.
yeah, because I'm like
Um,
I can't do it.
Unfortunately, over 6 feet, I will swipe.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, listen, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
That will bring it over.
Okay,
the
that
edge.
would
I'm
be nice for
sorry.
me, but I have no height bias, even though I love the tall
Yeah.
thing. But I love the
See,
short.
everyone is
I
the
love
tall
the short.
for me. Everyone
I love
is the
the
tall
short.
for me.
Okay, that's true.
So it's like it's too tall. It freaks
Yeah.
me out. Oh my
Yeah, I
gosh.
get that.
Okay. This could go different ways, but like doesn't drink. It could be weird or it could be good.
Yes, when you go through Hinge and then it has like, oh, do you like drink, smoke, this drug, that drug, whatever, and it's like, no. I'm like,
Oof.
whoa,
Yeah, that
nothing.
that
At
is
all?
like
I'm like, what does that mean?
well, depending. Yeah.
well,
it-
it's like, are
it can
you?
It
go-
could be like an issue, but
It's like, well, yeah. It's only.
but that
one.
was my dream was to find a guy who did not like drinking.
That is a dream.
Which Nick, well, he goes through phases, but mostly he doesn't really drink. So
yeah.
Love
he
that.
goes through times here and there, but he's gone through like months and months where he didn't.
I like
drink
how
anything,
this
so
podcast is
there we go.
literally all about Nick.
I'm married and we're talking about dating. What do you want me to say?
No, our entire podcast, no matter what we're talking about, every single thing is Nick likes peanut butter on his quesadilla. Oh, Nick did this. Oh,
Guys,
Nick
he's interesting.
has great grammar. Okay.
He's great. What can I say?
You know what?
Okay.
Good for you. I love that.
This is occupations that.
Well,
I'm
that's why I was
like,
gonna go. Okay, I'm curious.
Okay.
Let's hear him.
lawyer
Oh.
or law school. And
No.
okay, this is so random. I don't know why. I don't know what this is called, but like, okay, aerospace engineer.
Yes.
You have a picture in front of a rocket. I'm like, whoa.
Yes.
Or anything in a laboratory. So
Yes.
like a physicist
Yes.
or anything like sciencey like that. I don't know
Amen.
why, but I'm like that
yeah.
makes me like shy, actually.
I agree. Agreed.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I could see most. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good
Yeah. Yeah.
one. It's a good
Not
one.
lawyer though. We're not doing that. Nope.
Yeah, that'd be too much. Let's see what I have.
Do you have an occupation?
Oh, occupation. Anything in construction. I'm like, yes, sir. There's not very many occupations that I like. I don't know.
That's what I
Okay.
was. So mine's occupation also, which is the same thing. Construction / engineering.
Oh, honestly,
Slash-
also, I could see myself with like a realtor.
Oh,
would be
realtors?
fun.
Really?
I
You're
kind
the
of say
realtor.
no to.
It depends. It depends.
It-
But
not always.
if they're STEM, if it's like a engineer, yes. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I think like a kind of a boring job
yes.
is what I would like.
Ugh.
Well, okay, construction's not boring though, but like something that's just not like that out there.
Yeah. Just like simple.
Just like some
Straightforward.
kind of, I don't know. He's leading other people.
It's just
He's managing
Works with his
projects.
hands.
it's tough. Like thinking, careers for the people are tough to think about. I'm like,
That's what I was
if
trying to
you
figure out.
don't really have one, you're like, oh my gosh, then it doesn't matter.
There's
Okay.
so
just
many
some things that for
random
some reason
occupations.
just are very
The STEM thing does get me
intriguing.
though. I'm like,
Well,
ooh,
construction's drop dead.
drop dead.
Drop dead.
Gorgeous.
I will drop dead.
I
Agreed.
think
actually.
I prefer that as more like a hobby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good for you.
Okay, if he can cook.
Oh.
Yes, he has a picture of him like cooking, or he's like,
like, I
one of
can
my
cook."
hidden talents, cooking. I'm like,
Ooh.
That is giving a specific vibe that I do enjoy.
I didn't think
Yeah.
about that one.
Yeah, I will.
I would
I'm
love
just saying
that.
that. If I'm like, I don't know, and they have that, I'm like, okay, yes.
Yeah, being cooked for, yeah, that's a yes.
That is a firm yes.
That's a definite.
Especially if they're in an apron in the pic.
See, I haven't seen all these. Okay. Yeah, that could be funny. Especially
Hey.
if they're in an apron.
This is cute.
Okay.
This is not a swipe.
We love a man in an apron.
This is more of a informational piece that I love when they include,
Okay.
which is a family photo.
Oh, yes.
that helps us out.
Need to like if you have a family photo, it helps me so much.
You really got to
Because
help
it
us out
tells
with that.
so many things in one
true.
thing. Tells you what your siblings are. Tells you what kind of vibe your parents have. Tells you if your parents have a weird look in their eye, or if your parents have a nice look in your eye. Tells you
That's true.
many, many things. It tells you if they have a younger brother. We love it. Tells you if they have a younger
That's what
sister.
I would be looking for, not having.
If they have a younger sister,
I'd be looking for that.
blind. They will not see me.
Oh.
Any kind of brother.
We're looking
If
for
they
that.
have a brother, that is like a green flag. If they have a sister, it's red for me. Because they will not see me. It's so bizarre. I think boys with younger sisters, they have glasses that filter me out. The only way I get past it is
Can't
if they
relate.
have an older brother of some sort. Or something. Or a younger brother too. But if they just have sisters, they can't see me. We don't exist. Yeah.
That's what happens.
It is.
I think that's only children for the most part with me.
They can't
I think of
see
what
you.
I'm most invisible to. Probably them. Okay. Next one. Okay, so let's be a little confusing. Something about reading or like their favorite book if it wasn't like annoying or like pretentious.
Yes, yes,
but
yes,
it was
yes.
like a good favorite book. Or it was like really nerdy, but not like
cute.
yeah, not pretentious though. But
Yeah.
like nerdy. Just something about reading.
Okay.
That
Nick reads or did.
yes, he
Yes.
reads. Oh, does he read now? No.
But yeah, he's like
Well, he's like reading and writing all day. Nick
He
is
doesn't
like
have time for
Nick is like the best.
surprising.
He's like the best writer ever. Actually,
he's
best
like
grammar ever.
sports guy, but then he's like a
Yeah, his
writer,
favorite
reader.
His favorite book is Ender's Game, something
Oh,
like that.
cute.
I think I'm gonna read it soon because I was like, I should read your favorite book.
Yeah,
It's like a
cute.
series, so
I've heard of that.
yeah, that's his favorite.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm excited.
Okay, if they had some unhinged photo where like they're in like a wig or like weird sunglasses or like something that's like unhinged, like in like a goofy and silly way where they're like in a really weird costume or like in a wig or something where I'm like, oh, he's fun. Okay.
Okay.
That is where we do not.
This is how
We don't intersect.
Yeah, we do.
not really in taste in men.
Yes, we do.
But, okay, personality
Not
wise,
what I'm
maybe.
hearing.
Yes, we do.
Okay, but like not really.
Yes, we do.
Okay, listen.
We're
I
like
think you dice. You
50%.
you converge with
Less.
some personality traits that you like.
No, we do. Oh my gosh, we do. But it's like 50% probably.
I think it's less
40%.
because you like the like Channing Tatum thing.
Yes.
That
She hates
hate.
it.
Not like anything against him. Good looking guy, everything. But he like,
Oh, like stoic.
yes, I hate stoic.
Oh, I like it.
I can think of some.
We intersect a lot, which is funny. With like
But
things that we like.
no, you like stoic in like a like repressed way. I like stoic in like a sociopath way, which is different.
Yeah, our patterns of guys that
Maybe
have
not
problems
sociopath.
have very different problems.
Low empathy, perhaps.
Yeah. Okay. This is it.
Yeah, I have no. That doesn't
You
happen
don't.
for me.
This next one is more a
Low
commentary
empathy,
on
no.
the sad state of the world. If they just look nice and normal.
Yeah.
It's so hard to find people that just look nice and normal, and I don't know why, but no one looks nice and or normal.
Oh, nice and.
They look like weird and mean or scary or like weird. It's hard to find someone that just looks nice and normal.
Well, okay. So the number one thing that I'm looking for, the number
Kind
one
eyes.
thing is kind. I just want a nice.
But not one that says, I'm learning empathy.
No, no, that is my number one thing I want is kind. I want a nice. You know how some people like more mean
Yeah.
or like whatever that is. I just want a sweet.
Let me just tell you, I dated
A
someone that
sweet
was not
boy.
nice, and then I cried the next time someone after him I spoke to sent me exclamation points because he was so mean. He was so mean.
He's just like dry. Just,
The
like,
last
soft.
That's what I mean. I don't mean like.
Yeah.
Like genuinely mean, not like joking and teasing. Teasing
No,
is great,
genuinely mean.
but like kind
and dry.
Yeah.
kind.
Like he sent me
hearted.
exclamation points, and I saw that, and I just started crying. I was like, it's been so long.
Oh.
Thanks for listening to the Cimorelli podcast. To hear the rest of this episode, join our Patreon at patreon.com/Cimorelli, where we post every episode in full. You can also watch all of our past seasons and Patreon-only episodes when you become a patron.
You've been listening to the Cimorelli podcast. Follow Cimorelli on Spotify and subscribe on YouTube. You can also find Cimorelli on Facebook and Instagram.